Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Green day today, guys, but not a huge green day. We are finishing up $369.10. Pretty decent. Let's cut from dual screen here onto single screen and go through a few of the trades. Now, today's recap is going to be pretty quick, right? Not that much to go over. So, guys, remember to hit that thumbs up. And, of course, if you are a new viewer, as you're watching on, if you do enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe. I go live every weekday morning around 8:50 a.m., 9 a.m. Eastern time. So, ICCM, this is the only one we really traded today. This stock was not bad, but it also was not good. You know, we were pretty range bound. We were consolidating sideways for a really long time. I was hoping for it to break out. It did not happen. We had to break down instead. I did not check to see if I had shares available to short, or else I probably could have shorted this thing. This thing, you know, on the third pullback after the reset, which we'll get to, faded out. So to start the day, to rewind, you know, it started red, sold off a little bit, bounced, curled up. And so for me, you know, I didn't want to take trades right here because I wasn't sure if this thing was being strong or not, because there is an entry here for me on this ABCD, right? This pivot point, we had a high of 140, we had a lows of 29. So as it bounces up right here to 140 on this green candle, this is an area where I could potentially go long and be buying into this, you know, part of the candle. I didn't. Because I just wasn't sure if it was going to be strong, but it was. You know, it went from 40 up to a high of 49. It dips for a little bit and then goes to 53. So this was beautiful. Usually I'm scalping this. Usually I'm not letting this go, but because of this type of market that we're in and wanting to be cautious, I said, okay, I'm going to leave it alone. And then I waited and I traded the first pullback. So I'm in 6,000 shares at 44. Looks like I got chopped out of this trade. I didn't remember getting chopped out. Let's check 940. Let's see. So it looks like my first trade. You know, sometimes it really does. It's quite frustrating sometimes when you get stopped out. Let's see. So I'm in at 45. I'm out at 45. I'm back in at 44 and 45. And I'm out at 41. So essentially I got in too high and got chopped out of this trade. This is disappointing. This is just not what you want. You know, I got in, you know, the low of this candle right here when we had this micro pullback was 45. So when it pulled back initially to 46 right here, we made a new low, 45. I got long thinking 44, 45 was good. It went even lower. I thought maybe it was selling off, so I stopped out. And then, you know, got back in this time. You can see this time it held 45, 44. So it didn't really go as low this time. We got in here at 46. We came out at 52. And, you know, we tried some scalps. They weren't worth it. You know, only 1 cent a gain here. 1 cent of loss here. Didn't work. The stocks just did not, this stock did not have enough range for the scalps to really be effective. It pulls back here. I'm in at 44. Similar type of trade. Coming out at 47, 47, let's see, 4,000 shares out at 47, and I might have gotten out of the rest a little higher. It flushes down. I buy the dip. I'm out flat. Didn't really get to see any gains on this thing on the dip here. Took the same trade again, smaller size, but here I was a little bit more uncertain. This is, you know, we kind of had this red candle here. I was a little bit more uncertain, so I didn't want to go in with size. But this turned out to be maybe the best trade of the day. Only that, you know, I didn't really hold it and hold shares into it. If I'm in this with 5,000 shares, I could, you know, continue to unwind as we go higher. But, you know, I'm selling. I'm all out at 45. Didn't really get to capture it. Right here, we curled back up, and I realized, okay, this thing is actually resetting. And I noticed that early, and so I thought the breakout was going to happen over the highs. It didn't break out, but what it did instead was it held the pullbacks, and I didn't trust it. I didn't take those trades. I could have took these trades right here in this bubble and this bubble, right? because the reset is over here. If we zoom out a little bit more, it'll be a little bit more clear. The reset is right here. I took the 1,500 shares, sold 5, sold another 1,000. It pulls back finally. I did not buy it in this bubble, nor did I get it into the. Did I buy it in this bubble, and it curled up both times, so I missed those entries. If this day could have been like a $1,200 day, or maybe even more, right? It depends, right? A lot of it just depends. With 6,000 shares, if I get into this trade here with 6,000 shares at 37, and I'm selling like how I'm selling, and I'm unwinding the bulk of this, or let's say at least 3,000 shares up here around 50, this in itself would have been a nice, $300 winner. This could have been another, 200, 300, yeah, about 200, or let's see, from 42 to 52, 10 cents. Let's say we capture 8 cents of that. This could have been another $300 winner, another $300 winner. And, just like that, these 3 trades would have been 900 on top of what we already had, And then we finally got to the backside. Right here, I knew it was on the backside, though. And, because for me, I have this rule of 3. After the third pullback, I don't want to touch it. We already had 3 pullbacks over here. If you're looking at it, let's see, maybe on the 3-minute, it might show it a little bit better. Let's see. So we make the move, right? We make this move. 1 pullback here. 1. Oh, that's not quite aligned, but let's get that. Okay, there we go. 1. What is going on with this thing? This is the second. Why is it? It's kind of just clinging to the. Okay, there we go. 2, and we can say like right here is like 3. These 2 candles, and so it's like even buying here for me it's why I didn't want to take big size. This is the third pullback, and so the way how it happened, it flushed down. So I thought, okay, I can buy 5,000 shares, maybe get a quick 3-cent pop. It didn't jump, it didn't bounce. But I'm like, you know what? Okay, I might just give it a chance with this small size, and I had a really tight stop right here. And so it did curl up, but this is risky because right here we can flush again, and if you're in with size, you can lose 10-15 cents pretty easily. And this is where we had the reset. So here again, 1 pullback, 2 pullback. You can say, this is where the third pullback kind of starts. You can see this time it didn't come down as low, right? 45 versus 43 and 42. It did, we can say it maybe held here a little bit, but, it's like this is the third area. And so it's like after this, it's like, yeah, this is, now on the backside, and anything here could be weakness, more than likely. And it does sell off. So if you have shares to short, this is where the day can really start, because now we're getting a breakaway, an imbalance to one side. If this stock goes like this, instead of this sell off, right? Let's see, we went from about 150 down to 120, 30 cents, right? So if we would have went up 30 cents instead, we would have got up to 180, 190, and we would have had a chance to make new highs, right? And it just so if you have shares available, I feel like these trades, man, are just good money trades. To be in here to like 52, hard stop 56, 57, and just to see this Titanic to the depths, breaking below yesterday's high, looks good. And covering down here into the close would have been nice. So yeah, guys, that was the day. Nothing too crazy, nothing too long here to go over. That's going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy. A quick recap, just going over a few of the dip trades. You guys know me. I prefer scalp trades, to be honest. I prefer the scalp trades. So right now I'm just waiting patiently. And it's all about, okay, how can I utilize a few of the dip trades, and then as soon as stocks start to make new highs, because my best days start with me getting green in this area here. When stocks are strong and we just red to green and rip like this, 170, I'm already very green, and then maybe I can trade the pullback as well, and then get a few more trades. So yeah, take it easy, guys. It's been Relentless Trader. Be sure to check out the links down below. You guys can check out the link for the Momo scanners. You guys can also, where you can get 25% off for 6 months if you're in need of a scanner. Mometic. You guys can check out my YouTube page for, of course, the videos that I have going over the platforms, the filters, and more recently some of the updates that they have. Yeah, so check that out. Also be sure to check out the Instagram and Facebook pages. Check out the Discord, which is my free chat room. Be sure to check that out. Guys, it's been RT, and I am, of course, signing out.